everyone. I'm just trying to... Right. Hello everyone. How's your day been? And how are you doing? I'm doing fine myself. I'm just trying to get the game... Just hoping that the game shows up on the stream. Right. It does show up on the stream. Now, I may have difficulty reading the chat because the game takes up the whole screen and I cannot... And generally I like to have the Twitch chat window in the background of my stream so that I have the... Generally I like to run games in Windows, in windowed mode. Not in the Windows operating system, but in windowed mode, so that I can... okay, let's get that down to 720p. The thing about running the game in windowed mode is that if I run the game in the windowed mode, then I get to see the chat. And also the... whatchamacallit, also the closed captioning, but seems that this game is... AquaNox does not work well in windowed mode, unfortunately, so... Because I had the resolution initially set to 720p, I'm gonna have to fire the game up again. So, I hope that it'll work, I hope that it'll show up on the stream. This tank interactive presents... Oh great, now I can't see anything at all. Fuck. Oh, now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. Controls, system, video. Okay. 8010 720. Okay. And we'll start with a story. Like most other people do on the first playthrough.
I breathed in the cool, pure air, tasting the rich oxygen and nitrogen. My eyes filled with tears. The sun hovered behind the horizon like an orange fireball. Sunny, that was the latest buzzword. It was talked about now with every breath, and suddenly I knew what it really meant. I stretched out my hand to feel the warmth, to touch its face. Then the timer squealed and a voice roared in my ear. Simulation room S23, your time is up. Please move to the fast decompression chamber. 2 hours later, I was back at the helm of my ship, the Zukabus, leaving the pleasure centers of the Malay archipelago behind. The nano fabric of my pilot's seat massaged my body as I accelerated on full dipole drive, spearing into the black heart of the lifeless ocean like a nightmare shattering a dream. But the oceans were no longer as dead as they seemed. Scientists brewed gene cocktails and chromosome soups without sanction, rebreeding every life form within range of their test tubes. Mighty sharks, dolphins, even the greatest carnivores that ever lived. Primordial beasts that had terrorized the oceans 150 million years ago. The scientists did what they pleased, including creating new branches of life where evolution refused to go. They earned so many credits with their tinkering that even the most powerful computers struggled to keep up with the total. But behind the glittering facade of tungsten, titanium, and niobium, the calcareous whole of human existence was crumbling. The frequency of mass disasters increased dramatically. Amok runners, psychotics, high-tech slave drivers, gene adulterators, and slick techno dealers prowled everywhere, plunging habitats and dwellings into chaos. My name is Emerald Deadeye Flint. I'm tracking down the remaining bions scattered throughout the oceans. Each one a potent germ posing danger to the world of Aqua. I carry out the Viant mission with my 4 wing pilots, Desgrange, Piccolini, Harper, and Bonham, and my onboard computer, Sally. Clients are international, representing every government. When the Viants appeared out of nowhere 5 years ago, aiming to extinguish human life in the oceans, I had no objection. On the other hand, it didn't hurt my cash box any to give humanity a short reprieve, so I went for the credits. But during the destruction of the Viant stronghold off Australia, called the Servion, my friend Hong Long sacrificed her own life so I could place the final explosive charge. Now I don't sleep too easy. And I won't until every last remnant of the Viant threat has been eliminated. My last job was in Neapolis, the capital of the Atlantic Federation. Neapolis, home to the eccentric techno-bourgeois, a genetically zapped and nano-tuned group wasting their senseless lives trying to establish the optimal political system in Aqua. All the while, Neapolis sinks deeper and deeper into a slick of pseudo-democracy, racism, techno-devotion, and corruption. Now the new line, who call themselves Democrats, are making the capital ungovernable, leading only to endless discussions, bureaucratic acrobatics, and a weakened city with a leaderless army. I was glad I was finished there and on my way to the tornado zone in the Eastern Pacific. People take drugs in the tornado zone instead of ingesting nanorobots for cures, and their free-thinking attitude translates into free action as well. I was homesick, and I missed every screwball and dangerous freak who'd be waiting there to greet me. On the way, I made a short side trip to the Argentine basin to see my friend, El Topo, the mole. Nobody pulls strings like El Topo, who can get almost anything done behind the politicians' backs. El Topo murmured something to me about an important job, a secret scientific sensation. I got a little bored until he came to the part about earning lots of credits. So I went to Magellan and spent a few hard hours at Mariner's Pride, a rotten workers' dive, where I downed mid-brain assassins with a few old friends. Just as the world turned into the carousel I was hoping to ride, I caught sight of some jerk clearing off with a Zuka bus. I had never thought about that happening. Someone just stealing my ship out from under my nose. But there it went. Suddenly I was back to square one again in my old stomping ground. Broke, exhausted, and listing heavily.
Okay, well...
Shut up, Perry.
Why? I didn't say a word.
Just because. I don't want to hear anything about...
The hero got his ship stolen? By a handful of poor neo-yuppies.
I'll get the Zuka bus back. And then I'm going to examine the prostate gland of that butthead who took her with her bow.
Still as hard as Vanadium. Let's get down to business. Out of his magnanimous generosity, El Topo donates the toilet. A real death trap. Make contact with him in El Topo's asylum.
Okay, so now we're at Magellan, and then we can talk to other people, buy more equipment, equip what we already have, new ship, buy a new ship if I can, and so I'll go to another ship. I figured you should overwrite my previous save so that just for consistency. Okay.
We are developing a chocolate made from highly refined insect protein and fat-producing bacteria. Would you like a taste?
Sounds great. Let me have it.
Pay attention to the delicate nut flavor. We synthesized that from South Chinese algae.
Are there enough amino bits and vitamins in it?
Of course, and mood brighteners, and glutamate inhibitors that temper the more frightful emotions. There's not much to do in the Argentine basin, is there?
We fight for every smile, man.
Well, I'm afraid you won't be getting one from me. My friend Leone and I just came over from Florida, but now that brutish ELF station of yours is giving me a throbbing headache.
Ah, what's the problem, honey?
Are you dense? Extreme low frequency waves turn people's brains into mush. Talk to Leone. She knows more about it. You can find her at the neo-stylistic Whitewater in Vespucci, probably chewing on a chemosynthetic steak.
Okay, that's all the conversation's done, so let's go to Topos Asylum. Well, by the way, I have the stream and preview in the... Oh my goodness. Is someone sending me a DM again? Oh, yeah, that is a DM. I don't reply to DMs on my stream. Thank you. I don't trust them. I don't trust them to be legit.
How was your vacation in the Clan's Union?
Surface simulation, light, oxygen, women, good food, women.
I heard about your mishap. The succubus was really stolen right from under your nose?
Yeah, man, yeah, they did. I'll get her back, and then...
Please. Perry gave me a graphic description. How are things at the front?
There aren't as many of them now, but there are still enough bions to give you sleepless nights.
Suggestion. You'll get a lightning-fast high-tech cruiser. All you have to do is blow away a little bion trash. It's floating around the habitats.
How about getting some guys in the orange suits to take care of them? You're just so nice to me.
Thank you. Now listen. I want you to take the toiler and recon the situation. We've just received a shipment of 3D screens and nanorobots. The captain of the cargo ship wants someone to hold his hand while navigating the slalom. First, I want you to meet Commodore Sewell. He's one of those young, dynamic Federation Army officers. The situation in Neapolis is worse than bad. And your old friend, Admiral Cox, is drifting towards the political scrap heap. There's definitely something else on the agenda. And that's why they need you. Commodore Sewell will fill you in. When the job's done, come to McGowan.
Light, my name is Commodore Sewell. Pleased to meet you, Deadeye.
Call me Flint, Commodore. Deadeye is reserved for friends and mortal enemies.
Oh, I was hoping we could be friends. I'll come to the point and not waste time. The political situation in Neapolis is, let's say, troubled. The new line, of which I am a member, are progressive thinkers. The old government blocks anything that's fresh, daring, or economically viable. Certain pieces of information have motivated an experiment. I'm not allowed to tell you what it is, but I need your help to complete it. Admiral Cox will arrive here in a moment. I suggest a conference. Anyhow, Light, Flint. I'll be in touch with you when the time comes.
And don't forget your credit card. The shortest way to friendship.
Boston Harper here. You need wings, huh?
I think I'll manage alone, Boston.
Okay, then. I have a couple of belts with the ground. At least she knows how to trick.
You should see the bucket of bolts El Miser Topo gave me. A snail moves faster.
So what? The hell with it, Flint.
Oi, Flint, back again. Like the Gulf Stream, you disappear into the depths in the north and float secretly back to Florida.
That's me, a wanderer. What about you?
Oh, I got big troubles. One of those damn Neapolis boys got a hold of me the other day, full of light water, and said we had an architectural problem. He wanted to fix it with a few torpedoes.
Sounds like a kook. He heavily armed?
No. El Topo had his ship scanned. It's an old Gorgon-class Atlantis bomber. Easy to crack from the front. I think El Topo's going to hire someone to take out that brain-dead terror tourist. Speaking of which, there's a worthless wise guy named Freeman at Magellan. You might want to talk to him before he takes the job away from you.
What makes you think I'm looking for work?
Well, for starters, your new boat looks like a water bug with a bad case of gas. If I was you, I'd be making credits as fast as possible. Oh, by the way, Neapolis boys crossing off the Gamma. A new station. They're still building it.
Do you think the breathing gas seems a little dense?
Yeah, it's hard to breathe. My analyzer shows the carbon dioxide ratio is way too high.
That's definitely a problem with the mixture. In spite of helium-17 and significant reductions in pressure at the stations compared with 5 years ago, we're having rising health problems, like microbubbles, joint pain, personality changes.
Why don't our magicians invent something better?
In confidence, I can tell you that there is a rumor of an ultrafine gas, even lighter than helium. But apparently something went wrong. Scientists of Machina were on their way to Neapolis and had a short stop here, and the breathing gas samples disappeared. Can you believe it? Cases and cases of the stuff. Simply gone.
Of course I can believe it. Who else might want that stuff?
Think about it, man. Who's the biggest shark in our little goldfish bowl? If you want to know more, talk to Frog. She's a light designer working out of Talasso.
I was just talking to Juan.
Quite a paranoid character, isn't he? No doubt he'd blabber to you about the new super gas. Yes, I see it in your face. Well, there is something to it.
Who could have stolen cargo like that?
Think about it. Who has the monopoly right now?
Entrox Corporation. Energy, transport, and oxygen.
Right. And oxygen simply stands for breathing gases in general. Because pure oxygen would be poison at the pressures we live under. That's why we need better air. And why that super gas is worth billions of credits.
So you think Entrox is behind the theft?
Mister, those guys down there in the Gulf of Florida have hearts colder than a dead politician. Talk to Shakti. She's a storewoman at Entrox and responsible for loading the jump ships. You can find her at Vespucci.
How are things in the Argentine basin? It must be 5 years since I've been here.
There are too many screwballs from Neapolis coming over. Because of the magma eruptions along the mid-Atlantic ridge, whole hotel chains are going up for them.
So what's the problem?
They get drunk because they're not used to our booze. Then the city slickers hang out and act like seahorse cowboys. Every weekend, one of those Neapolis punks runs amok or threatens a jump ship route by racing around their habitats. They even steal ships for crash dives.
Steam is building all over Aqua. I don't know how anybody's gonna keep the lid on.
Oh my goodness, well, that's a lot to take in, and you have people who need basic. So you have a shortage. So apparently you have a shortage of basic living needs like nitrogen and oxygen and gases. And someone's developing a new super gas. I don't know whether that's meant to be breathed by humans, but but you know, humans can't breathe hydrogen. No. Yeah, humans can't breathe hydrogen.
Hi, Flint. Where is my Zuka bus? What kind of wreck are you hauling my circuits around in? Holy mackerel. Do you remember the high-up a couple of years ago? Just before the Bionts came on the scene? That was awful. But this tin can. Couldn't you have asked El Topo if we could get the high-up? Okay. Show me what you can do. I've put a navigation point on the junk pile. Just follow the arrow.
Okay. Strap out of my scrap at waypoint. Okay. Okay, the basic tutorial mission, let's go. It shows what kind of target I'm looking at when it's in my crosshair. Really wish I could run this game in a window so that I can really wish I could run this game in a window so that I could possibly get the window to that I didn't have to have my phone out to read the chat. Well, just and now for this last piece of scrap, it's gonna be really hard to find because, you know, it's always the last piece of, it's always the last thing that's the hardest to find. Out of my scrap at waypoint, well, I've destroyed all the scrap that I could see. I would guess that the Succubus is the ship that Flint had in Archimedean Dynasty. You know.
Attention, Flint. A cargo ship reports contact with a violent unit. I put a navigation point there for you. Move out, baby.
Well, where am I supposed to? Does this game have afterburners?
Her cannons. She's moving across the debris without defense. You've got to clear the way before she springs a leak.
And
I think that cargo ship captain's head is as thick as a plank. Go help him, Flint.
Cargo ship reports serious trouble. Biont scrap parts floating in its course. The pilot is angry. Hurry up, Flint. Cargo ship's captain reports damage to the hub. He can't take the wreckage bombardment much longer.
Oh, damn it. This is supposed to be easy, you know, this is the first mission, and it's not exactly easy because and only you'd have it.
You're going to be pleased. Miles have been sighted at the marker. Watch out.
Damn. Where is it? Goodness. First mission I get is.
I don't need to press you, but the cargo ship's about to sink. Get going.
Damn, and I was doing a better job in my previous run of this. Yeah, they're probably missing I think the reason they're doing this is because they're on a deadline, and if they miss that deadline, then they're fired or something.
Good job, well done, Flint.
Okay. I don't have Archimedean Dynasty in my GOG library, but I have AquaNox and AquaNox 2. I really should pick up Archimedean Dynasty. It's not very often that... Not exactly very often that you get to see underwater in games like this. Even though video games are supposed to be like power fantasy, you still don't see underwater very often in video games. Although I don't think it's that difficult. Okay, activate dipole. That'll let me land, and that'll let me land automatically and get to continue the game.
Hooray! The hero returns from the field of honor.
Please, it wasn't the capture of Troy, but we did get rid of the garbage.
By the way, as the boss of the ANSCAT task force, you'll be pleased. We have a Biont alert.
Yeah, let's go, boss. My torpedoes are starting to rust in the tubes.
Hey, friend, don't overdo it or you'll be walking the plank.
My torpedo tubes shine like a great white's teeth. Let's go plink some tin cans.
How do you like these kids, El Topo? Pretty wild, huh?
That's okay. Lisa's a lot of fun. There's a Clans Union merchant waiting for you in McGowan. He was attacked by Bionts. He'll tell you where. Report on Vespucci when you're finished.
Alright, you know, when the talk thing flashes yellow and orange, that means it's automatic and you can't skip. That means it's automatic. That means you'll just get a cutscene.
I'm not gonna say this twice, Washout. Forget about El Topo's job.
Oh, I'm scared. So who's scaring me?
Me, because right now I don't feel like going cold turkey on credits. So think of me as a heart surgeon without a scalpel.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'll tear your heart out of your chest with my bare hands if you steal a job from me. End of discussion.
I wonder if AquaNox is better, if any better with regards to the windowing and such. If you can, you know, I haven't fired up AquaNox 2, but I have it in my GOG library, and I have AquaNox 2 in my GOG library, but I don't know if it's any better with regards to, I don't know if you can run it in widescreen or run it in a window. I mean, most monitors were 4:3 back then, so I think it's remarkable that he got those games to run in widescreen.
Jeez, Flint. I feel like I ate bloody lead for breakfast. I hate this place. We need jobs, credits, action, and no more stupid biology games.
I hear they're having volcanic eruptions along the mid-Atlantic ridge. Why don't you head over there and see if that's enough action for you?
Oh, the hell with it. Who's gonna pay me for that? I need to get something in my torpedo sights, Flint. Do I look like a senile geologist? Don't answer that. Listen, you want to study volcanoes in the mid-Atlantic ridge? You talk to Pico. He's always got his face in the scientific journal. Last I heard, he was at the Huntadine in Vespucci.
Right, that's all the conversations. So, would I save the game and move on to the next level? Prevent attack. Okay.
Our Neapolite hobby terrorist is on Synthahol, obviously a student of architecture. He constructively criticizes Da Gama. He's honed in the sights on his weapon systems. Looks like he's getting ready to dance. Attack the marked target now.
Okay. You can use the E key to lock up the target.
Oh, our client is complaining about the ineffectiveness of his weapons against us. Gee, I hope he doesn't sue us. That guy's drunker than a skunk.
Up the terrorist Randis, I'll be on. Why are they shooting? Why is he shooting? Why is he shooting innocents? Why is he making...
Attack the marked target now.
Videos, soft drinks, manga. Is that me or is that him? I don't know.
Oh, Mr. Architect doesn't like getting shot at. Too back, pal.
Trying to stop Brandis, I'll be on, but I don't really have a lot of weapons here, and I don't know how to equip any new weapons. Seems like this is as close as I can get to him. I don't know why.
Attack the marked target now.
It's like my forward thruster. It's like my forward thrust isn't working. For some reason, I really don't know.
Class team. I don't think this guy's gonna bother the station anymore. Let's go make a deposit at the bank.
I mean, I have the controls set to WASD RF. That's the default controls for this game. So, I don't know. Really don't know how to get more of the...
Flint, I hear you're going into action.
Because I'm saving your head again. Please deposit the usual credits in my account.
Hey, how old are you? You just fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book. Somebody used you for their own ends, and it wasn't me, Flint. And I only pay when I'm the one calling the shots. Sorry.
Okay, let's see if I can get any more weapons. I think I can get a Vendetta one. I want to remove... No! Okay. Well, I have no idea how to... They're already equipped with this weapon. Or do I need a new ship in order to put on another gun? What the heck? Like, how on earth do I really don't know how to put on another weapon. Okay, buzzer, generator, repair kit, specials. I don't have any of that stuff. Drowsy, Maggie, Avenger, Toiler, Drowsy, Maggie, Small Freighter, Avenger, Scout. Okay, so there are 2 more ships that I can possibly buy, but that ship is too expensive for me at the moment. Gotta check the chat, check the automod for caught messages, so that I can ban any spam bots that come in my way.
Salam! Oh, my friend Flint, light into sleep.
Salam to you too. What magic tricks do you have in your bag?
Smart suits with an argon body heat isolation, telescopic sight implants, neuroacoustic communicators, a cranial input to lock in our dream server.
Hey, since when do you sell technology? You used to sell high-end luxury stuff.
Oh, I have special high-pressure yeast as well, with which you can bake delicious cakes. I have tattoos of shining luciferine pigments, holographic gills from the clan's union, a nose spray that wraps your brain in Bengalese dreams, creepy insects with cinnamon flavor, delicious living snacks.
Oh, no kidding. You guys from the clan's union are really something else. Just tell me where you had trouble with the bions.
A plug! Mud-eating parasites. When I came here to Magellan, I passed the bion scrapyard. It was horrible. They are reorganizing. One of the germ cells must still have been alive. They chased me. I got away by the skin of my teeth. You must go there and clean house, brother.
Scrapyards are my destiny. Okay, thanks. May the water around you always be clear and shining.
And may the women admire you like an Indian prince. May they give you relief.
Right, that's all he has for me now. So, save game, go back to the Biome Scrap Escort, limited visibility, half point for orientation, get help if necessary. I don't know how to get help, but Yeah, I don't know how to get help. I don't know if I can communicate with the other people in the with the other.
I've got a call for help from a caterpillar driver at the scrapyard. There seems to be some kind of autonomous reorganization of rudimentary biont parts. They're coming back to life. We'll meet at the navigation point. From there, you will be his escort.
Oh, good grief, I wish I
can't locate the biome. Too much electronic trash out here, causing echoes and false reads. Still, I've got a few ghost signatures. There's something moving, but I can't get a fix. Lisa, what do you see?
I suggest Harper and I loiter over the scrapyard and scan it for activity. If you need help, just lure that biome breed toward us.
We should go to navigation point 1 now.
Okay.
Next destination, the marked object.
Looks like I can. I assume the caterpillar.
Junk piles with neural activity.
Well, I assume that I just go back to the friendly ship if I need help. Kinda hard to aim and shoot in this game. But heck, it's appropriate retro game difficulty. Then caterpillar against attack. Yeah, I kinda saw that one before he came alive. Okay. Okay, and a scrap. What the heck does NA mean? Oh. Yeah, I thought.
And another one. Man, they're as pesky as merchants from the Clans Union.
Okay, I don't see any. Oh, there's another red blip on my radar. I have no idea how to. Is there a way to see what the enemy's hit points are?
Biont sighting at the new navigation point.
Oh, yeah, I am liking this game. I wish I could run it in a window mode though, so I can read the chat and moderate the chat and see what's coming up on my closed captioning. Okay.
I've got a report here from the scrapyard chief. If you want to, you can blow the remaining biont parts before they reorganize again.
Yes, let's do that.
Hey, Flint! We don't fancy digging in trash, so we'll leave that to you. If you don't twaddle too long, I'll stick around with Lisa and watch your back.
Man. Well, I don't know how to find them. I don't know how to find them. These. Wait, that's what they're carrying. They're carrying manganese. I don't know where the remaining can buy on scrap if it's anywhere. I don't know. I guess that I'll need to get my ship prepared when I dock. If I can pay for it, that is. Okay. I think the enemy health bar is shown when you lock on that target. Okay. Okay, there are more Biont scouts. Okay. And if I can... Okay, this one's got a bit more HP. Is he regenerating health? I don't know, I can't tell. Okay. Looks like that's the last of those guys. But you never know. I see a blue thing on my radar. Okay. Activate dipole, that means we're landing. I don't know how to get my ship repaired, or did I? I don't really have time to find out.
There's this new ELF radio transmitter. Extreme low frequency. On one hand, it guarantees excellent communication with ships, but on the other hand, it means trouble with your population. They say the oscillations make them crazy and cause Parkinson's. I don't know. Look around for Sputchy and talk to Terry. A new terrorist group is arming. Happens more often these days.
Yeah, the citizens of Aqua are a bunch of ingrates. They crack at the first sign of lethal danger. I'll have a look around.
Okay, we got paid. Okay, shield Kin, shield EMP. So, do I need to get this ship repaired? And how do I mount the other guns? I have 2 Vendetta 1 guns. How the heck do I mount the other one? It says I can have 2 guns, 1 out of 2 guns right there. Only I knew how to mount the other guns. Like, I assume it's in this menu, because you can... already equipped with a weapon. Well... I like to equip the ship's launch directly, not stored in the inventory first. Sure. Oh. Okay. I just wonder why can I not... Guess I better sell my other Vendetta 1. That's really the only thing I can do with it. Okay, plasma gun 1. Okay, there are a heck of a lot of people to talk to. So, how do I save my game?
Light, Leone. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I think they seasoned the steak with Epsilon taste intensifier. It's making my neck tight and burning my nerves.
Well, Everything good has a price. Your friend Miriam said you could enlighten me about our ELF station.
Ah, well, did you know that the station has an antenna 300 miles long with masses of amplifiers and neuroacoustic boosters? As a result, anyone who stays here a year will likely go completely insane. They use giant ELF antennas in the 21st century to change the ionosphere. They could look through the curvature of the Earth, change the weather, even detect underground bunkers and oil fields or submerged submarines. Of course, they also drove whole cities mad as hell. But then, everything good has a price.
So what's happening now?
Nothing. I have heard some activists are getting together, and I wouldn't even be surprised if your ELF station was attacked soon. They'll pretend to fumble around with the relays, but in reality, they'll concentrate on the central radio station. That's where you need to be on your guard.
Yes, and ELF radio antennas need to be massive, need to be absolutely colossal in size, because, well, because they need to emit very low frequency radio waves. Well, they need to transmit and receive very low frequency radio waves, and those radio waves need to be wavelength is incredibly, it's like 2 or 3 kilometers in length. I really don't know about the length of the actual wavelength of ELF waves, but I do know that they're used to. I do know that ELF waves are used to. ELF antennas are used to listen to the chorus waves and the whistler mode waves from the Earth.
How's the Galapagos crab?
Excellent! We season it with a touch of orchid from the cultivation domes of floating Bombay.
Are you kidding? Do people wait to eat it before they start throwing up?
If you prefer vomiting during your meal, sir, I recommend the shark intestine sandwich at the Junta Junta.
Are you Shakti? Frog said I should talk to you.
Shh! About the stolen supergas.
Yeah, what can you tell me?
When we began loading the jump ship, one of the administrators came over. Told me to take a break for 2 hours, and he gave me a few credits to keep me busy. When I got back, the cargo hold was packed with cases labeled Entrox Cooperate Supply. But there was nothing like that on the bill of lading. Put 2 and 2 together, Flint. Those gas cases are worth loads of credits, man.
Deadeye, did you know the mid-Atlantic ridge is the origin of the oceans? The Earth breaks in half there, ejecting loads of magma and shoves the continents away from each other. Every drop of water seeps down into the Earth, then comes up there again, which is why the oceans are salty. It's fantastic.
Pico, you have too much free time. What the hell are you talking about?
Nothing. But I'll tell you, if we ever get work along that ridge, one shot in the wrong place and a magma bubble might go up and roast your butt. Even a small salvo from that tub you're driving would do it, so keep it in mind.
Speaking of magma, I wouldn't mind knocking back an aquarium tsunami booster.
Oh man, I thought the Challenger Deep was the deepest part of the ocean.
So what did I tell you? A simple job.
Careful. There's a mini railgun in my pocket, and it'll blow 100 titanium needles into your brain before you can say, ow. I don't like being made a fool of. El Topo didn't know anything about your simple job.
Okay. Look, I was desperate. My brother Jack works in the Gamma, and this madman was about to wreck the place. I couldn't afford a mercenary on my own, so I thought I could...
Take me for a ride? Well, here's what happens at the end. You get on your communicator and upload to my account, here and now. And remember the railgun while you do it.
Okay. It's done.
Oh, I get paid for For what? I don't know. For what is that? For clearing out the scrap on a previous mission?
How's your Aquarian tsunami booster here?
Great. As long as you don't plan on being able to father children.
Great. Make it a double.
The people are right. ELF waves actually penetrate the globe, which is why they're so useful for underwater communications. The new tunnel system they built is even more dangerous. Its main antenna is 300 miles long, and off Canada, there's a station that makes the whole St. Lawrence Shield dance. If you're wondering what tunneling ELF is doing to the human brains at that station, I'll tell you, it liquefies the substantia nigra, and without an implant, people die. This station here is just as dangerous.
Oh, please, Terry. There's no proof. You're just panicking. They use ELF all over Aqua because it works.
Ridiculous. We've got synaptic communication. It uses the sensory receptors of a new breed of megashark. They can recognize field oscillations up to 5 billionths of a volt.
Okay, you two. I'd like to join the scientific debate, but I'd rather chug synthahol in the whitewater and jelly up my brain. I could use some relaxation.
Well, looky here. You're Deadeye Flint, aren't you? I knew you from the data channels. Sit down. I'm Freeman.
Funny name.
Oh, no. I didn't say that was my name. So tell me, what kind of ship does a hot shot like you navigate?
A borrowed one. Mine was stolen.
That hurts. I bought a bomber on the black market myself. A real cool killer machine.
Interesting. I'd like to see it.
Believe me, I'd love to show it to you, but I just sent it to Atacama City on a jump ship.
Flint, enough with the chatting. We're on alert.
And I'm after the slime ball who stole my ship.
Come on. A terror unit of the pirate scouts is attacking our ELF station. We can't afford a communication breakdown. When you're done, head for McGallen.
Right. Let's do it. Protect the ELF stations. Keep track of the time. Listen carefully to ELF messages. Okay. Don't know why. Don't know why ELF would destroy people's brains, though. But just has to do with the amplitude of the waves.
They're worried about their ELF station.
Hard to aim at them. Am I doing any damage to them at all? I am. What? Really shouldn't be. I really shouldn't hesitate here. But the enemies are right here. Hey. Teaser drift. Was there one? Those are pirates, right? Alright. I took down another target. Engine started. Well, all my ship seems to have gone repaired from the...
We gotta hurry. Flint, the freighter is sending a distress signal, but the communication center is more important.
You know, if game developers were to release the source code, I'm sure it would be possible to make modifications and improvements to the source code into the game. this control scheme, the limited amount of... It's kind of limiting the mobility here. Man. Come on, get him in the sights. Come on, into my sights with you. Come on. It's shameful that while I am attacking them, that I can't really do anything about the others that are attacking. Okay. Come on. Into my fights with you. Come on. Get in my sights. Damn you. But hey, this...
We've got a new order. Back to the ELF Knot. They really don't know what they want.
Lieutenant Bottom. I'm not gonna... surely I don't have to attack a friendly ship. I still think this game came out in 2001. It's amazing. This is like GameCube or PS2 level graphics. That makes sense. My computer is having no problem with it. I'm not even breaking a sweat with this game. Come on, aim. Well, I assume there's gonna be another automatic talk sequence right after I land here. Okay.
Well done. Although you took your sweet time about it.
Because of this death trap you offered so generously.
Relax. I'm uploading your credits. And now for something more demanding. Did you know the ground around here is geologically unstable? We've got magma boiling under our butts. Go to McGallen and talk to Diddy Spangler. He's the man to see about these things. He's got a job for you. When you're done, come back and see me. I'll make sure you don't leave the area or pour a man on a junk ship.
Count me in, Flint. I'm gonna oil my torpedo tubes right away.
Hello, Pentecost Dragon. You still think Archimedean Dynasty was the better game? Well, I've never played Archimedean Dynasty. I really should check it out. I don't even have it on GOG, but hey, the early days of programmable shaders. Well, this game's graphics reminds me of the PlayStation 2. And that's a good thing, because that was like the golden era of video gaming. I didn't reply to you until now because, well, I was in the middle of a cutscene and I didn't want to interrupt it. Okay, well, let's talk to these other... Okay, the GeForce 2 GTX and... The GeForce 2 GTS and GeForce 3 was a wild time for graphics. Yeah, I hear that based on the GOG reviews for this game, I hear that this game was the game that NVIDIA used to promote their GPUs. NVIDIA came out with the GeForce 250 Fix, one of the first consumer market GPUs ever. Okay.
Flint, is your head clear enough at the moment to hear me?
As clear as a glass of spring water.
El Topo's got a job for you. A jump ship had an accident in Entra Point 2. We don't know what happened, and we need somebody to look around.
Pirates?
Maybe. Hell, you know the area around there. By the way, there were some, cases aboard.
Anything important?
Yeah, I think so. Entrox is talking like they're just spare parts, but El Topo knows they're gas containers of an almost inestimable value. It's a new gas, Flint, with a lower density than helium. We're talking billions of credits at stake.
Got it. I'll take along Pico as my wing and try to recover what I can. Who do I talk to about my fee?
Report to Magellan when you're done, and talk to Philip Sovizo. He's authorized.
Okay, so this is one of the earliest games to use programmable shaders. I think Sacrifice is also another early contender for shaders. I've never played Sacrifice. I don't know much about Sacrifice.
Blackwater, Euphorine, endorphin booster, anti-HNS pills, equilibrium from the Shogunate, brain shots, blue eyes, drop into your eyes, potency boosters, intelligence boosters, dream server amplifiers here, cyber lollies, nicotine lollies, high pressure smokes, cortex stimulators for sight, touch, hearing, smell.
What's that, a list of the stuff you just took?
Anti-sleeping pills, suicide gas, only 12 credits for one balloon, AquaNox speedsters, blue brain, ketamine, bleeding psilocybin, dreamfish glands, challenger and enemy secretion.
Oh goodness. Well, I'm gonna remove and install that weapon. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I think I'll buy a Hitman. Maybe a missile or two. Okay. Agility, medium, bad, and good. Not passive. Optical. Well, okay, the patch kit, I assume that's a repair kit, and later, small block, reloads energy depending weapon systems. Okay, I already have one of those. 2 buzzers. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save my game, go back and continue on with this torpedo Stanley Tiger Shark. I'm already equipped with the maximum number of torpedoes. Okay, so specials. I don't know what special items I could get. You know, earlier on in this game I was trying to figure out why I could only mount one of my Vendetta 1 guns. I thought I could mount 2 at the same time, but apparently that's not possible. You can only have one weapon at a time. Okay, prevent looting at the jump ship. Rescue transport mustn't be destroyed. Okay, when you got Ultimate Doom Builder finally working under Linux, you noticed you specifically were mentioned in the credits for Linux support. Thanks for that. You're welcome, Kinkos, but I can't say I did much for...
We're going to need a rescue transport here. It looks bad. We need to get the injured taken care of.
Friends, the rescue transport is on its way. Make sure the area is safe for evacuation.
Pirates and thieves. Do you understand their accent? They came to take the cargo. over my dead body.
Of course they would. I don't know. I can't say I did much with the Ultimate Doom Builder. There's support for Linux, but I'm glad to have had a hand in that. But I try Ultimate Doom Builder with Wolfenstein Blade of Agony because I've worked on Wolfenstein Blade of Agony, and I tried it with a few Wolfenstein Blade of Agony maps, and it just not very stable when working with Wolfenstein Blade of Agony maps. So those maps are super detailed, lots of lines, lots of things, lots of other things. Yeah. Who's shooting me? Here. Yeah. What is the Hitman? It looks like a grenade launcher.
I can smell the aggression.
Entropoint 2 puts top priority on cargo protection. The Entrox emblem is on their containers. El Topo thinks we should save passengers first. Get a move on, Flint.
I also think we should protect the passengers too. Perseus. So obviously Perseus is something we should attack. Come on. Okay. There goes one. Okay. Great. Come on. How do I? Need to. Thing with Ultimate Doom Builder, the way I'm moving makes you think this controls more like Descent than Wing Commander. Well, sort of it controls like a first-person shooter and Descent at the same time. It's like a WASD for lateral movement, RF for up and down movement. Trying my best, okay? Just, it's hard. I'm trying my best. Here's the other... Mission completed. I thought this mission failed. I really don't know. Really don't know whether I actually successfully managed to save the passengers or not, but apparently mission completed. Now here we go with another automatic cutscene. Oh.
Thank you very much, Flint. Well, we'll add the saved cases to your pay.
Blah, blah. Listen, there was gaseous gold in there, so don't get stingy.
Oh, no. I'm on your side, Flint.
I'm not one of those Entrox office farts. I work in the power storage station. You can rely on me.
Great. You've got my account number. Flint and Wings Incorporated. We clean up any mess.
I'll make sure you get a bonus for each of the cases you saved. Whoa. The hero of the ocean stands before me, and all you can do is stare at my work.
Peace and light, Spangler, and don't be so touchy.
Hey, lady. I come from a snotty, filth-eating miners family. We guzzle pig iron and poop razor blades. And my ward's got more smarts than some people's brains.
DeGrange, my favorite warrior. I thought you went for a few drinks with Boston. Instead, you're hanging out with the dead branch of your family tree.
Dopamine Harp wasn't buying. Besides, he's about as charming as a giant shark on a diet. I think our friend Spangler here might have a job.
Yeah, you gotta go down the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. We detected several Bayern scouts there, and God knows what they're up to.
Why are you always asking me to do your babysitting jobs?
Oh, get going. Off with you. Save the world.
You may be doing just that. We suspect a large Bayern cemetery there, and you know how they tend to resurrect themselves.
All right, but I want Lisa to come along and keep me company.
Right. I get paid for some stuff. I got paid for some stuff. Okay. Yeah. I reduced my noise level on my ship. I'm thinking I should have taken a plasma gun rather than a hitman, because I think the plasma gun might have a faster projectile. Okay, 1 out of 2. That's a special thing. Okay. Scout target area if there are any biomes. Eliminate them. Listen to bottom.
Let's go, Flint!
Wow, we're in a volcanic area.
Hey guys, check this out. We're right over a hot spot. Did you know the hot vents are the origin of all life on Earth? Just think, under that thin crust, down there is a raging sea of liquid magma. Hey Flint, the idea of meeting an entire armada of self-regenerating bions is making me a little bit nervous.
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt your date, but check out the radar screen. I see bions.
Hey, where are they off to in such a hurry? Come on, Flint, let's follow them. What's up with them? They're not even defending themselves.
And probably going to merge with other bions, and suspect they're going to they're gonna like fuse with other bions. Apparently that's the thing that bions can do.
What the heck is that? It looks like the remnants of a bion battleship. Yeah, target destroyed.
Okay, now they're firing back. Engine shut down. Yeah. It's like they're trying to disrupt my engines. Damn, their weapons can disrupt my engines. Come on! Fleet bions until order for retreat is given. Okay. I don't even know what the bions are. They like cyborgs. come on. Okay, I really should get back to...
My friend Flint won't like this. I'm picking up a larger biontic signature. Looks like a bomber. I'll bet you wish you had the old succubus back.
Yeah, I take it the succubus was the ship that Flint had in Archimedean Dynasty, which is the... Okay, did I get rid of the bion bomber? Maybe I didn't. Glad I'm still doing fairly well. Looks like the bion bomber repaired itself. Trying to use my grenade launcher. Oh, what the... Damn it. Okay, grenade launcher when he's aiming at me. Come on! Come on! Come on, aim, shoot, hit, kill, destroy! Oh dear, that is heck. Activate dipole. Apparently. Okay, do we get another automatic talking cutscene? No. Okay.
Excellent work getting rid of the biomes. Flint, Admiral Cox and I are waiting for you in the press center. He's a good man, and not just because of everything we've been through together. Too bad he's being discredited up in Neopolis.
I'm not surprised. What an old grouch. He doesn't fit in with the new line.
Shut your yap, Perry. What kind of line is that anyway? Genetic engineering, corruption, exploitation of the miners?
They even want to outlaw sleeping. For them, every answer involves a new kind of human being.
Calm down. Cox will really fall into disfavor if he keeps talking like that. I've even heard it said that he's considering a coup. Damn. Head for Entrox, Flint. To the wonderland of energy and profit.
Great! I've always wanted to see the Gulf of Mexico. Is it true what they say? That the whole of the Florida Strait is one giant turbine field?
Yeah, but the Gulf Stream recaptures its momentum slowly. Entrox will make billions of credits with transport technology, fusion reactors, and the production of breathing gas until the Gulf Stream gets moving again.
Enough. Get moving. Cox is waiting for you in the press center. And remember, Flint, this job is more important than anything you might find along the way.
Oh, that's pretty good pay.
Please, a donation to the Adesian sect, mercenary?
What do I get in exchange, old man? Redemption, freedom, or inner peace?
The Adesians seek fear, terror, horror, and darkness.
Wow, that's not your usual kind of salvation.
Light, you are my new assistant? I've been waiting for you for...
Slow down. You scientists are always so impatient. I think you suck on your test tubes too much.
Oh,
A comedian.
What do you do here?
I am an evolutionary biologist. I am in charge of the dolphin breeding program. Unfortunately, we have been having trouble with the Liopleurodon saurian, but we're not allowed to shoot him because a single specimen is worth more than 1 billion credits. Still, if someone were thinking of taking a Lio on, say, hypothetically, they would want to distract him in order to get a bead on the spot between his head and body. That's where his ganglionic center is most exposed.
Ah, Flint. Too many cubic miles of water have passed the Denmark Strait since we last met.
True enough, Admiral. How are you?
I haven't been sleeping well since my wife passed away. Besides that, I'm no longer able to put up with these wise guys in Neapolis. They send me out to sea every chance they get just so they can build their brave new world without interference.
Is it really that serious, Admiral?
Is a fish's butt watertight? Ah, forget it. It's imperative that you get to Entrox headquarters in the Gulf of Florida. You're to meet with a new boss, Sergi Chang. He's got information for you about some medieval encrypted data, which currently happens to be in the possession of his predecessor.
What's the data good for?
You don't want to know. All I can tell you is that it forms the basis of an enormous scientific experiment in the tornado zone. It's under the command of an Officer Sewell. I am at liberty to tell you, however, that Sewell is a self-opinionated twit, and a snot-nosed little upstart, and a slippery boot-licking...
Aye, Admiral. We get the picture.
You only think you do. I'll meet you at Entrox. Here's your jump ship ticket for the passage. You can redeem it at Entropoint 2.
What do you know about this Entrox job?
Not much, but I do know I don't like the idea of meeting old Vanderval again. He's a shark, and he's still active.
But with Chang's new management, Entrox is under international control. Besides, I hear your old friend Christina Lloyd is working for Vanderval himself.
Yeah, I know. She's a monster. Someone should give her the coup de grace.
Okay, can I get any better ships? Avenger. Okay. Buy the ship. Wonder what I can do with the Avenger now. Okay. Set a 2 with Hitman. Look at 1. Okay. Gosh, this is kind of confusing because it's a bit confusing because you press the left arrow to equip stuff, you press the right arrow to remove stuff. That's a bit confusing. Asylum Avenger. Okay. So, Intro Point 2. Oh my goodness. Oh, green. Okay.
Light, sir. How can Entrox International Company help you?
Making sure my jump ship doesn't sink.
Oh, our technology is very safe, sir. We feature improved dipole propulsion, titanium, and Nubian hulls, and a passenger frame that is redundantly supported by nanomaterial.
That's great, sweetheart, provided the pilot isn't drunk.
Our pilots regularly pass a rigorous training and qualification process. May I suggest a tranquilizer, sir?
How about you just sit on my lap and keep me calm?
I'm sorry, sir, but even a charming smile like yours can't work miracles.
That's life. The pure of heart never get the chicks.
Not for the lack of trying, I'm sure, sir. Have a safe journey. Oh, there are 2 gentlemen waiting for you just over there, sir.
Commodore Sewell. Did they replay? I don't know why they say light every time they see me. Is it their way of saying hello?
Commander Flint, good to meet you.
Don't call me that. I have a reputation as a non-conforming philanderer to protect.
Yeah? Well, first you got a crew that wants to be paid.
Don't worry. The scientific committee of the Federation will pay substantially for the recovery of the code data. On top of that, I'm sure that Entrox will have some remunerative chores for you as well.
That would be nice. You know, the cost of living just keeps rising, and I do have 4 gluttonous mouths to feed.
Oh, the hell with it, Flint. Without us, you'd be as dead as rancid muscle.
Ah, mercenary humor. Take care then, and I'm sure we'll meet again in the tornado zone.
I was on my way to a massive corporation in the Gulf of Florida, near the deepest abyss in the Atlantic, the Milwaukee Deep, 8,500 meters below sea level. Entrox, under new management, was Aqua's nerve center for breathing gas, fuel, and transport. I was also looking for the antique data treasures that Admiral Cox and the rest of the world's elite powers were desperately trying to find. The fact that I had to search the area our ancestors called the Devil's Triangle, east of a group of islands called the Bermudas, gave me a pretty good idea that whatever they were looking for boded ill. An ancient legend said that this aquatory was the playground for the devil himself. Of course, another story said it was a secret alien base carrying out electromagnetic experiments. To me, it looked more like a scrapyard, proving only that our forefathers knew little about ships, compass needles, and the aero and hydrodynamics of the atmosphere. Then there was the threat that a massive methane bubble might break loose below and head for the surface, weakening the specific gravity of the ocean, which just happened to be keeping my ship afloat. Whoever created the power plant world of Entrox must have had a large and voracious brain with an extra gland devoted to hellish madness. Under the Entrox turbine facilities, you can feel the crushing threat of extinction more than anywhere in Aqua. Our feeble-minded ancestors located their most highly developed launch site here, eager to conquer what they called the heavens at any cost. All around me on the seabed were the twisted remains of their idiotic efforts, testifying instead that they ended up down here, in hell.
Guess I need to play Archimedean Dynasty to understand the lore of this universe a bit more, or at the very least, read the story blurb in the game's manual. Yeah, well, I need to check out the manual for this game. I haven't read the manual yet. I guess I need to talk to people before I set off, before I dock. So let's do that.
Flynn, damn. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to give you a proper welcome right now. I've got to shove off.
Sergei Chang, the new boss of Entrox, in a hurry? What's up?
We're in trouble. The supporters of my predecessor, Leo Van der Waal, are hitting us again and again with sabotage and terrorism. I just met with Lisa Bonham, one of your wings, a minute ago. If you want to know more, talk to her. I just don't have the time now.
Great. I wonder where the hell she's off to now.
How may I help you, sir?
How about 2 out of 3 falls in my bathtub?
I'm sorry, sir, but that's outside of my area of expertise. I'm trained to sell tickets.
Tell me, how do you like working at Entrox, Sugar Coral?
It's much better than it was under Vanderbilt. We even have a trade union now, and the retirement benefits are first class.
Okay, but what about sex and crime? I hear you guys do a great side business in industrial espionage.
Competing in the international market requires vigilance, sir.
Oh man, the ships that are flying by this station reminds me of Freelancer, and how Freelancer has those 3D scenes that you get when you land on each planet. But Freelancer has more than that. You can go into the bar and talk to people, you can go into the cargo exchange and or the title screen maps. Well, this game doesn't really have a okay, yeah, the title screen maps in Freelancer, but this game doesn't really have those.
level of power and money that it used to be, when Leo van der Waal still wielded the scepter. It's a fact that his gun-running gang almost triggered a war.
You don't have to tell me about it. I was there. So where's van der Waal now? Jail, I hope. But people like him don't usually do time.
Not unless you consider a stylish new station off Old Hudson Bay doing time. It's called Gotham. They rake in mega credits through illegal methane hydrate mining in the Bermuda Triangle, along with the usual techno smoke.
Harper likes to keep track of any possible source of income.
Watch out, Harper. Too much avarice blocks the blood vessels.
That's what they used to say about salt. I think it's all hogwash.
Personally, I think Van der Waal may be planning a return to power. He's already hired a real fighting machine named Lloyd to head his ex-Interpol battle gang.
Christina Lloyd. I know her. She looks like a patchwork quilt. A real plague. Dangerous as a great white. Hey, DeGrange is calling for me for check-in.
Say whatever you want. Hydrate is a superb energy source. You can't blame Van der Waal for getting in and making a profit before a bunch of international office farts decide who gets what and how much.
If it's illegal, it's illegal. Methanhydrate is intended to be a democratic fuel, with fair and equitable distribution.
Sediment, my dear, sediment. I won't hear such nonsense. What does fairness mean in Aqua, when there's always the threat that someone will turn off your air? We live like drones, sneaking and ducking around, keeping our traps shut in the hope we'll live another day. Protest once against anything, and you get your throat torn out.
Well, man is dominated by physical urges. Gluttony, territoriality, and procreation.
Oh, stop your complaining, Flint. Think positive. Life means hope.
Lady, knock off the esoteric waffling. Hoping means freaking out.
Flint, make your way to the power station. Chang will contact you there. And don't forget, Van der Waal's gang is as dangerous as they come.
Yeah, I know. He's got Christina Lloyd running the show.
Lloyd? That ragbag? She's got more titanium in her face than you have protecting your cockpit.
But she is tough. I mean, really tough. I saw her in the Peru Trench during the hot vent crisis. She went in there like a barracuda. No inhibitions. I blew the stern off her bomber and she navigated what was left of it in her diving gear. She went for it. Sheer suicide. I've heard since then she has an artificial spine.
Yeah, made from alpha ceramics. That's what they're using for the new weapon barrels. You better watch out.
Lloyd is 100% the product of the Shogunate. Nerves of steel, bones of triple-hardened silicon carbonate, and a killer shark mentality.
Okay, you kind of wonder how they make those in Freelancer, because Discovery has some pretty damn impressive title screen maps. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Discovery Freelancer title screen maps, but I think of Discovery Freelancer as the Freelancer MMORPG game. Like an MMO game made with Freelancer as a base game. Okay, next destination, power storage plant. Oh man, and here I was hoping to get some action finally.
Welcome to Entrox.
What's the word, Chang?
I know why you're here. Honestly, I have no idea what the contents of this ominous data files are. I also don't like being a pawn in a game where I don't know the rules, let alone the fact that it's being played in my house. I trust Admiral Cox, of course, but not the chaos in Neapolis. If I were you, I would talk to the workers at the power storage station. They know the score. If a valve is jammed in Aqua, they can not only tell you where, but also when, why, and for how long.
That's good to know, Chang. Anything else?
Watch out for Van der Waal and his gang of hired psychopaths, particularly Christina Lloyd. They're working to hydrate the Bermuda Triangle in open defiance of international treaties. They're also involved in gun running, the illegal transfer of technology, the gene trade, and who knows what else. don't make the mistake of thinking Vanderval's a toothless ex-tycoon. He's a mean old buzzard with a bite worse than a medicine.
Well, if he bites me, he'll need new dentures.
That's exactly the kind of attitude we need to Triangle Flint.
I'll be there.
I wonder if Vanderwall's gang, the people who stole the oxygen, who stole the super gas containers. I mean, they did mention that Entrox did it, and that Vanderwall was the ex-head of Entrox Corporation, and that Mr. Vanderwall is doing illegal, criminal things. It's a serious roleplay mod, basically, player factions and all that. Kind of like how serious business EVE Online tends to be, but in Freelancer. Yeah. Well, I haven't played any Discovery Freelancer myself, but I have seen a couple of YouTube videos on Discovery Freelancer.
Light Deadeye, have you been to Gotham before? I love it there. All that ultra-antique stuff like the Statue of Liberty, the Brooklyn Bridge. It's great.
Great and strange. Listen, I just ran into Chang and he was flying out the door. From the look of him, the pressure's on. I smell a job. What did he tell you?
I just had a little chat with his security boss. It seems Vandervalt's men are helping themselves to Antrox energy. That's why they're sneaking around at the power storage station. They're tapping into it. They're acting pretty impudent because they know they've got better weapons and better pilots. When they bring in their tanker with its incredible energy storage systems, they flank it with scouts and bombers from the old Antropol Guard.
What the hell are the new Entrox police doing?
About all they can do. They sit back and watch. They're not up to it, Flint. They're kids. Hurried through cadet school and rapidly promoted. There is no experience there at all.
Sounds like our cue.
Yeah. But we're under strict orders from Chang not to destroy any of the Antrox station systems. That's not going to be easy.
Hey, it's Subnautica with guns. Hello, Sakura.
I've been hearing about a new kind of disease that comes out of the brackish water of the South China Sea. It kills people, but they're not dead. They turn into vegetables, but something inside them keeps kicking.
I know just what you're talking about. One Aquarium Tsunami Booster coming up.
Okay. What shall I do now? I look in the shop. Thinking of buying a couple more tiger sharks for my ship. Maybe. Oh yes, adding them to my equipment. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know that Subnautica does not have guns because the developers believe that guns are the reason why you have violent gun crime in America. Good grief. Well, it's like those people who believe that video games cause violence when there's not really much evidence. I don't think there's any evidence pointing to video games causing violence. I think there's actually video game or to have violent gun crime without guns. Well, because video games let you commit. Because video games have guns in them, I think it gives people an alternative outlet for committing their gun crime. And even if you don't have even if you don't have guns, people could still use other weapons like knives and swords and stuff.
Everything's so techno-cool. I think my smart suit's gonna freeze to my butt. I need fire, action, glowing torpedo tubes.
Having another one of your dopamine overdose fits, Harper? You've got your orders. Recover that data.
Whoa! The hell with that. I'm not a sleuth, Flint. I destroy things for a living.
Listen, Vanderval isn't going to make this easy for us, so we'll need good recon.
All right. I can't argue with that. I hang around here, knock back a few hard tricks, try to blend in.
Harper, even when you're on your best behavior, you're about as inconspicuous as a stingray in a bathtub. Ask around, but make it snappy. We don't have time to waste on this one.
It was okay. Beethoven was blamed for causing violence. Comic books, movies, TV, Shakespeare, what have you. It's a scapegoat. Rock and roll. Oh yeah, it reminds me of the satanic panic in the 80s and 90s. They thought that heavy metal music was causing people to worship Satan or commit crime. I don't know much about that. Your dad was on that train. You were a D&D fan. Well, I hear that D&D could actually be good. It could actually teach people to work as a team. Like, it would actually be a good thing to have D&D in school, so that people know how to work together as a team, and that they aren't so antisocial towards each other. D&D has a lot of good elements. Sadly, I've never played D&D myself. I may or may not have Planescape Torment in my GOG library, but that's... even though it's Planescape Torment is considered a D&D game, it's not really. D&D is usually a tabletop game. I haven't really I haven't played any tabletop games at all. I don't really have anyone to play tabletop games with. Planescape is a game you really play for the story. Well...
Light! We're debating the pros and cons of the various communication systems.
You know, fiberglass, synapses, ELF. If you cut off just one station, it's as good as a death sentence.
What's with all the talk about synaptic communication?
Bionics, man! Via genetic engineering, Machina Antarctica has produced a highly sensitive ampulla of Lorenzini. Now, electric impulses can be passed from one synapse station to another. It works best in the sulfide layer, where cold and warm waters meet. In the future, everyone in Aqua will have their own synaptic number, and communication will be entirely neuroacoustic.
Enough, Leonie, enough. You'll have to excuse her, she's a physicist. She welcomes every change, but not me. I'm not that smart. And don't ask her about the turbid fields.
Oh, yes! We're registering increased velocity of the Gulf Stream. It won't be long until we reach the petawatt limit, for the first time in more than 500 years.
That sounds very industrious. Tell me, do you know anything about some antique data carriers that Vanderval might have in his possession?
That old codger has millions of credits worth of antiques. Try talking to Soveso in the power station. He used to decode transmissions for Vanderval.
Well, I know a war heroine when I see one.
Flint? Dead-Eye Flint? Jane Brooklyn, sabotaged to order. I heard they turned you into algae fertilizer off Australia. So what's a gorgeous hunk of human being like you doing in Vanderval's backwater?
Still kicking, for one thing. It's not easy turning me into sediment. Tell me, have you heard anything about synaptic transmission stations and how they can be eliminated?
Hey, you've got something cooking, don't you? Well, I just had orders to clean up an outside branch of the Shogunate, meaning take it offline for a while. The rule of thumb is to destroy the attached habitat that contains the cutout switch, which brings down the whole system. If you want more,
Talk to Atahualpa Jones. He's dealing drugs in Atacama City now, but he comes over here to make bulk purchases of synthetics. He's also a former Introx cop.
Dude! It's so wet here. I love Introx. The techno-gothic hype, the colors. Everything's so wet. The next big bang in civilization. Whoa! Is going to happen right here.
Jones, I think you better zip home to the tornado zone and your cozy scavenger. Your drug-mangled brain can't handle a holiday like this. You ought to concentrate on something else, like the Interpol ships Vanderval uses. I hear you used to pilot one yourself.
Whoa! Fire! Blood and bone splinters! That's the toughest outfit in Aqua. I got sucked in. The pressure never let up. We never slept. We could do it too because we developed a stimulant called turbo speed. But I do know how to blow those boys away. So, listen up. There's a very small spot on the side of their ships that isn't covered by turrets. Dude, those turrets can't swivel down vertically. An easy thing, but you better keep moving. When you have breakfast with the devil, you need a strong spoon.
Okay, so I'm thinking one more mission and then find and destroy sabotage units. Turbine field is very large, so this job might take some time. I'm thinking do one more mission and then move on to System Shock 2. Thankfully I have the original game that I bought from GOG years ago, before Night Dive announced their shitty remastered version of System Shock 2.
We should go to navigation.
You can basically, it's because people don't like the System Shock 2 remaster, because you can basically turn the original game into the remastered version of the game with fan patches and mods and stuff. And Night Dive really didn't put much work into their remastered version of System Shock 2. And it's just a lazy cash grab. Okay.
Now we're going to navigation point 3.
Okay. Oh. And turbine. Where is that navigation point?
Now we should look for navigation point 4.
Okay. Transport. I see red blips on my radar in the distance. Man.
Shang to Anscat troops. We're experiencing a massive loss of energy. Knock that cargo ship out of commission.
Man, I'm probably making a big mistake here. Yeah. Hey, what if we attack these? Are these... fuel containers. Destroy transport, I thought I did that. Okay.
That's all. Your mission here is over.
Man. I hope I succeeded with this mission. Dipole auto activate.
Good work. Clearly, we need to beef up our security forces.
That's not a bad idea. Van der Waal's gang seems powerful and motivated. They've got enough criminal drive to make a diplomat blush. Why is that?
I think the fall of the Entrox whole guard bonded them together. Van der Waal is a charismatic man, and he doesn't mind sharing his success with his men, like a pirate captain who shares his loot.
Speaking of sharing and loot, I look forward to your upload of credits to my account.
Alright. So, now that mission is over with, well, I think I need to quit now. Quit AquaNox now. Move on to System Shock 2. Just gonna get heroic. Okay. Thankfully, I found a way to run System Shock 2 in windowed mode, so I'm firing up the game in Heroic Games Launcher now. It'll take a while, but it should appear on the screen soon. Should appear on my screen, I mean. And there it is. Just gonna... Okay, System Shock 2, patch final 2.48. New Dark should have a windowed mode setting. Used it before in the past. What is New Dark? I'm gonna look that up. New Dark. Leaf Gold. Dashboard. Yes. Okay. You're assuming that's when runs the current release. You're assuming that's what the current release of System Shock 2 runs in. I don't know. But anyways, it's I really don't know, but thankfully I was able to get this running in a window, so just by changing a line in the configuration file. So maybe I don't know whether I should go easy or normal. I'm thinking you can go easy and start the game.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
I didn't want to abort the cutscene there. Man.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
This is Dr. Mudit Delacroix of the UNN Von Braun. We've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
Okay.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment.
Okay. I changed the category, I put a marker in. Now we're in System Shock 2. So, I'm glad I fired up this game just to make sure everything was working the way I wanted it to, and I'm very thankful that I did now. So that, you know, I looked up on PC Gaming Wiki on how to get this game running in a window mode, and thankfully it's just changing one line in the configuration file. You just take the comment off of the line that forces the game into a window mode, and then you're all set. And I can see the chat, I can see the OBS, I can see the closed captioning dashboard, I can see the Twitch status. To Subway. Well, apparently they're using gravity lift to take people in and out of the subway. Okay.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
Okay. Let's go to basic training.
While you're in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface. This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse. See how it changes where you look? That means you're in shoot mode. Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode, where you can use your mouse to interact with items in the world. Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display, by clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen. This display shows your strengths in various areas. When you're ready to continue, press the Tab key to go back to shoot mode. Try changing between modes until you get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
Okay.
To pick up items, center them on your screen and right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory. To view your inventory, press the Tab key. You can move items around your inventory to use items like buttons and computers, center them in your view, and click the right mouse button. All usable items will have... The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press Tab to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen. Many objects in your inventory can be used by right-clicking on them.
Okay, let's use this stuff.
To use items like buttons and computers, center them in your view and click the right mouse button. All usable items will have brackets around them. Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. This will activate the lift. Try it out. If you can still see your inventory display, it means you're in use mode. Hit Tab to return to shoot mode.
Okay. So they gave me another med hypo,
See the crate in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply move the pointer to the crate and right-click. To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will automatically place that item in your inventory. To close the container window and return to shoot mode, one of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log in front of you.
Okay.
This message is coming from the audio log you just picked up. You can use your PDA at any time to play any audio log or email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information. Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling. To jump, simply press the space bar. Some surfaces can be mantled onto by holding down the space bar. Mantling lets you pull yourself up to ledges and other high places in front of you. Give it a try.
Okay, that's how you do it. You gotta get the hang of it. You gotta get in some more practice. Okay, so I have to be looking at it in order to mantle up to it.
To climb a ladder, simply walk into it and look upward. You'll automatically start climbing the ladder.
What? Please insert correct chemical. What do I need in order to... I really don't remember when I picked this up, but it's a small quantity of fermia. Apparently I need another chemical in order to use it.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
Okay.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics training. Approach the Cyberlink booth of your choice to train in that area. When you finish training in the 3 areas, proceed directly to the recruitment center to choose and start your military career.
Okay. I'm gonna go to weapons training first.
You want to learn the weapon skills it takes to even think. Good to have you on board. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, the UNN has kindly provided you with a virtual cyber interface and all the simulated skill levels you'll need for the training tasks. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of two ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen. Once you've loaded the firearm, take a shot at the dummy robot by pressing your left mouse button when in shoot mode. Notice how its health bar gets shorter as you chip away at it. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip. Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items. Weapons, batteries, you name it.
Okay. I forget how to... I forget how to go to... I forget how to quickly equip weapons in my...
Good to have you on board. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, the UNN has kindly provided you with a virtual cyber interface and all the simulated skill levels you'll need for the training tasks. But don't get too cocky. They'll disappear once you leave the booth.
I forget how to quickly... I guess I use the number keys to quickly equip weapons, but I'm just gonna listen to this again.
I'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of two ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen. Once you've loaded the firearm, take a shot at the dummy robot by pressing your left mouse button when in shoot mode. Notice how its health bar gets shorter as you chip away at it.
How am I... so how does this ammo work? Okay, it works like... Kinda hard to get...
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in. Green is good, red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon. Just pick up the tool, open your inventory, and drag the tool onto your pistol. Remember that maintenance tools are only good for a single use.
Okay, so I need to repair the weapon. I need to repair my weapons with a repair kit. Okay, I got it.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas first before you enlist. They might just come in handy.
Okay, I guess this is where I go to learn about...
You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, we'll provide you with a temporary cyber interface and the skills you need to accomplish the training tasks. But they'll only last so long. The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
Okay, that's how hacking works. Okay. Need to review the nanites.
The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you pick up the container of nanites, they do not go in your general inventory, but are instead displayed in use mode on the bottom left of your screen. Walk over to the keypad by the door and try out hacking.
Okay, well, I need to...
Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
Okay. Well, I need to use the nanites to hack stuff, and I...
To use a replicator, right-click on it. Then left-click on the item you wish to purchase.
Hi there.
The
Please
item you
make your
purchase will drop
selection.
into the slot below. Make sure you pick up your
Thank
purchase
you for
before you
choosing
leave.
Value Wrap. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap. Hi there. Please make your selection.
Damn. Well... Okay, so looks like nanites also function as currency for the vending machines. A nanite-based matter replicator. Oh yes, it's a vending machine.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
I guess hacking the vending machines unlocks new items in the vending machines.
You learned the basics of the technical skills. There are several other technical skills you'll learn throughout the course of your career, such as repairing items and modifying weapons. The cyber interfaces for these tasks are similar to the hacking interface. Before you enlist in the Navy, try out the other training courses. They'll be useful.
Inside, you will learn how to reach out with your mind. Do not let fear block your path. We've provided you with a virtual... The red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers. Psi hypos replenish your psi points. Try using a psi hypo and watch your psi points increase. When you've reached your maximum in psi points, move to the next station.
Okay. I've refilled my psi points.
This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
What the heck do they say about the... What key do I have to press to have the psi thing?
This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline.
What, the Toba key?
You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Okay, so it's the tilde key, so it's right next to the tab key.
This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Hey. Okay, so now I think I know.
It is a slow but rewarding process. Return to this area if you need more guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA, it would be useful to experiment in the other training courses.
I think I know what I need to do. I think I know.
Your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. The shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
Gosh, I don't know how this affects the story. Let's say Navy or Marines. I'm gonna go with Navy. Damn it. I have no... Damn, I skipped a cutscene. Okay.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step into the grav shafts to proceed
Let's
to
just
street level
speed
recruitment.
through let's get through the... Don't do the training, and just get through this end.
Before you choose your career, if you've completed basic training,
I already know all I need to know,
you make your
but
choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military.
Okay, here's the cutscene. Okay, so it showed the shuttle going from Earth to space. I'm glad that it wasn't much, but mission postings. Okay, do I have? don't have anything in my inventory, I guess.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at Basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. In this man's Navy, you're given a choice of 3 different postings a year. It's up to you to decide what kind of career you want to have, so choose wisely. Just approach a shuttle bay to receive a briefing on a posting. If you think that posting is right for you, head into that bay to accept the assignment.
And I didn't hear every word he said, but I heard most of it. Scenes and shuttles. Okay, UNN Lucille, engineer's mate. Oh, I have to get rid of a bot. What the fuck? Stop. I don't want it to bring up the bookmarks. Thank you very much.
The UNN Lucille is looking... The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your... The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's core energy systems. There's some heavy lifting involved, sailor, but you'll learn your way around the high-tech equipment. The UNN Lucille is looking for volunteers for their military police detachment. Those sailors can get pretty rowdy on these year-long cruises, so you better not be afraid of a tussle. The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's core energy systems. There's some heavy lifting involved, sailor, but you'll learn your way around the high-tech equipment. The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting. The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help...
Okay, let's try this one.
There's some...
Oh gosh, old school CGI graphics. It looks like they made these cutscenes using the models from the game. My tour of duty, I spent a productive year. Captain Meyer was pleased with her work, especially with my willingness to get my hands dirty. Showed a special aptitude for fixing what got broken and lugging out what couldn't be fixed. Sounds realistic. Year 2. Is this really how this game is supposed to start?
The UNN Pierce is ferrying liberated political prisoners back home from their detention near Saturn. The Pierce has been assigned a detachment of Marines and needs sailors to load, administer, and maintain the arms on board the ship.
Okay, this basically shapes my initial character stats. Yeah.
Laverne, Florida hosts the Navy's premier tactical training school. While maybe not as respected as the Marines' facility at Fort Bush, there's a lot to be learned here.
Okay.
The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some useful skills working with the...
Okay. Another cutscene. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Carfax. It was a good year for you, but not a great one for the Carfax. After taking a surprise hit from a small meteorite that separated from the larger mass, the Carfax was forced to limp home with 123 casualties, including the chief navigation officer. He stepped in and filled his shoes, and by then end of year, he became quite skilled with the neuronav interface.
The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of zero-G training. A year at the Yamamoto space station in Earth's orbit will more than suffice. The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros, there's no better way to improve stamina and survival skills. Cons, the 21.2% mortality rate. The Navy's Marie Curie Research Facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research on a new strain of spaceborne virus that killed 220,000 citizens of... The Navy strongly encourage... The Navy maintains...
research.
The Marie Curie Research Facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research on a new strain of spaceborne virus that killed 220,000 citizens of New Atlanta. To lift the quarantine, we must determine how the virus pierced the city's micronanite shielding.
So, I don't know how I could look at my current character stats for how they affect the game, but it's hard to decide.
The Navy maintains a survival training school.
No survival training school.
The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface.
Well, I'm playing on easy, so...
The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of zero-G
and I don't know much about... really don't know much about the research in this game. Ooh. Okay, my tour of duty at Yamamoto Station is concluded. You certainly weren't prepared for the events of this year. Captain Willits was never popular with his men, but you never expected half the crew to mutiny. Top days spent regaining control of the ship with the captain lent you a grace and agility you never knew you were capable of. +2 agility. Oh, looks like we're into the game now, properly. I'm into the Von Braun. Nations, the crew of the Rickenbacker has been approved. We're to show me fair. Where Francisco, get ready to become part of the history, soldier. WBD. Later.
Reinitializing memory strings. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the computer ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
Oh damn, it looks like the game crashed. Oh man. I don't know what happened there, but it looks like the game crashed. But I'm getting a bit tired anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna quit here, but maybe I try running the game again, see what'll happen. And okay, the game's launcher report. The problem running the game. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it so far. Okay, yeah, is this year one? Okay, it is year one.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty.
Okay, well,
The UNN Lucille is
repairing one strength, modifying strength, and strength,
The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's
repair. Okay, looks like the game froze up now. I don't know what's going on, but... Oh, the game crashed again. Well, I don't know what's going on with this game. Maybe I'm abusing it, but... unfortunately, I probably have to end it here. I'm getting a bit tired anyway, so... For anyone else streaming August FTW, I'll look on the August FTW website. Okay, yeah. Me, there's Shaw Your Pan, and Thanatos 13 Official, and Medic Finland. Looks like Medic Finland is wrapping up. I am thinking about, thinking about rating Thanatos 13 Official. Okay. So, again, thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it. And you really made it feel like it's worth it for me to keep streaming. I'm sorry if you... I'm sorry if you're banned from this channel, but... That's why I would like to raid. I've never raided him before, so let's pay him a visit. Alright, goodbye.